All right, buddy. Episode 2, Fight Talk Central. So yeah, we had a lot of good support from the first one. Had a great time doing it.
I think that was one of our. I was really good.
I was surprised. I was
good.
Yeah, I was real excited.
We have a new thing going on. Polls. Would you like to explain?
All right. So basically, what we're gonna do here is me and him like to make predictions on fights. We argue a lot. We like to, get into it when it comes to it. So it's gonna keep score of every fight we predict correctly, and yeah. So that's basically what it's gonna be. So right now, Anthony Nicolosi, you can do the honors. He correctly predicted Canelo and Triple G. So you get to tally one on your side. And every 5 tallies you get, basically we're going to do some sort of punishment for the other person. And let's make it a little thicker. Yeah.
Just to really
emphasize
rub it in your face.
All right, put that shit back. All right, so basically that's what it's going to be. So we're going to have a great time doing that. And we'll post the punishments and stuff on our TikTok and our Instagram. Follow at Fight Talk Central.
We have a lot to post, a lot of exciting stuff, a lot of news. If you guys have any recommendations, please comment.
Yes, please.
Anything.
All right, so we're going to get started immediately. So podcast number 2, our first topic, we're going to be talking about MMA versus boxing. Kick it off for us, please.
MMA versus boxing. This is a very big topic. A lot of people ask questions. A lot of MMA, there's always memes or there's a lot of talk about MMA versus boxing. One of the main questions is which one's harder? Which one's which one do you like to watch the most? If we're going to talk about what's harder, I believe MMA is harder. I've done both. I feel like MMA is a lot more harder, a lot more stress on your body. I feel like a lot more people should know how much toll it takes on your body.
All right, so obviously I box, you do MMA, so you would think I'm going to say boxing, but no, I agree. I think MMA requires a lot more skill. It's your entire body. Boxing is simply striking. But at the same time, you can make the argument, because look at people like Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley, who are stepping in the boxing ring and getting knocked out by Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a very good argument.
But it's 2 different forms of striking. So obviously they're each hard in their own way. You have to respect both kinds of fighters. But I think skill-wise, MMA does require more skill. But difficulty, I think it's too different to compare, simply because we're seeing it firsthand. MMA fighters are getting knocked out by
Jake Paul.
But then you have some people like Anderson Silva who are knocking out.
Anderson Silva is to put him in the conversation of this, I think it's like a good idea.
Yeah.
That was a smart move. I don't know why I said that.
No, but like Anderson Silva, like look at him. He's knocking out former champs, bro. He beat former champ. He didn't knock out Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., but like he's an MMA fighter. But he did a box before.
Right.
So obviously like you have to look at it in both perspectives. Like MMA fighters having a hard time in the boxing ring.
If you're a boxer going into an MMA match, an MMA fighter's going to win. If a MMA fighter's going into a boxing match and he's facing a big boxer, like I'd assume the boxer would win.
Yeah.
And we've seen it before.
Oh my God. We've had McGregor and Mayweather. McGregor put up a fight, but
he
got gassed.
I think boxing goes longer than UFC matches, right? 12 rounds.
Yeah, 12 rounds, 3 minutes.
36.
It depends on the fight you have. And then 25 is the max we've seen in the UFC. So it goes longer. It's all about the gas tank. It's a lot of different things. So yeah, it all depends. I think we can agree on that. It all depends. Yeah. It all depends. We won't have
agree to disagree.
Exactly.
Agree to disagree.
All right. God, I don't even want to talk about this. All right.
I'll talk about it.
Oh my God.
GGG versus Canelo.
Last week. GGG?
Dude, it kind of sounds fire. GGG.
Triple G.
Triple G.
All right, yeah.
All right, anyways. So, Canelo. I called this last week. And I think other fans of the sport were going to agree with me anyways. Canelo took the dub by unanimous decision. I think in that fight we did see an older version of Triple G, if that makes sense.
All right, no, I'll admit, like, I knew that Canelo going into it had the upper hand for sure. Like, for sure, Canelo was the guy that was supposed to win. But I just, man, like, Triple G,
he's
stop
too
calling
old.
him GGG. It's
Triple G is too old.
All right, so basically, like, yeah, that's true. Like, he looked like a shell of his former self. But no hate on Triple G. Respect to the GOAT. Well, I wouldn't say the GOAT, but, one of the GOATs. I love Triple G, man. I just thought he deserved it. I think he got robbed in that first fight, so I was like, he deserves at least one win. So I think the trilogy ended 1-1-1. 1 win, Triple G, 1 win, Canelo. One draw. But, this fight, Triple G looked like he was just conserving his energy. And obviously he's 40, man.
Yeah, so, once you start to get, I hear this from everyone, once you start to get older, it's a lot harder to
Yeah.
compete and
But-
lose weight and everything.
36 rounds, never touched the canvas, either of them. That's impressive. And they
Yeah.
took shots. Triple G has a granite chin, bro. Granite chin. And you saw towards the end, he started winning a lot of rounds. Towards the end there, he won like the last few. But like, man, like I said in the podcast last week, like if he wants to beat Canelo, he has to start intense and he has to end intense.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think his greatest opponent that day wasn't even Canelo. It was Father Time. So, you know,
Yeah.
God, I'm so sad to see. And I waited so long. Yeah, you can put it down. Don't worry.
I'm gonna win every single
Don't worry.
one.
When
I'm
Pereira
winning.
knocks out Izzy,
I-
I'm
that's-
gonna have
it's
one
not
right
gonna
there
happen.
too. No, don't worry about it. We'll see. We'll see.
Wait, is that what's the no? The next one's Oliveira.
Yeah, but we both agreed Oliveira on that one.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do another fight or something.
Yeah, we'll do something else. We'll do something else for it. All right, so yeah. So obviously Canelo won. Props to him, man. Canelo's honestly the greatest Mexican fighter ever, man.
Who inspired you to get into boxing? Was it a fighter? Was it just you're like
Into
screw it?
fighting?
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you right now. All right, so I'm Puerto Rican. We actually haven't established this kind of stuff. I'm Puerto Rican, so boxing is a huge sport for us. You know, we come from people like Tito Trinidad. We have Miguel Cotto, now Xander Zayas, Edgar Berlanga, people like that who are really putting Puerto Rico on the map for their boxing. I honestly got into it from Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto, like I would watch his fights. Like I saw him scrapping. Like that guy got me into boxing. I love him. He's probably my favorite fighter of all time. He's my favorite fighter of all time. And honestly, like, I saw him growing up my whole life, and he really got me into the sport. And ever since I was young, I loved the sport of boxing. So yeah. How about you? What got you into MMA and fighting?
You know, originally it just started with jiu-jitsu. You know, I just saw that. You know what Naga is, the jiu-jitsu competition. So basically, it was always I saw a Naga belt and I wanted it. Did I ever end up getting that Naga belt? No. But then I started watching UFC. And my first fight that I ever watched, I believe it was Anthony Pettis versus Benson Henderson. I think it was WEC at the time. And he hit that flying kick off the cage.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I was like, all right, I want to do this. So I'd always do jiu-jitsu and wrestling. I never really got to strike until like high school. I did Muay Thai when I was little. But, you know, I started doing everything once I was like junior, senior. But, you know, fully doing MMA is literally now. But I'd say Anthony Pettis. You know, I always loved Anderson Silva too, and the way he moved. Again, Anderson Silva's striking is amazing.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, Chael Sonnen too. I just love the way how he talked trash. I think he's
Really?
I think he's like the best
Chael?
trash talker.
Yo, guys, so funny. So funny.
He was very funny.
Yeah, can't let you get close.
Yeah, did you see?
Did
Did you see?
Yeah, Silva. He was like,
That was
Silva was
so
like,
funny.
why didn't you come to my barbecue? That was pretty funny. I enjoyed
That
that.
was so funny.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It's good to see they have respect for each other now.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of trash talk in that
Yeah.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's not like Khabib and Conor never have respect for each other.
Yeah, they'll never, ever.
No. It's nice to see though.
Yeah.
You know, I really hope Chael Sonnen goes to Anderson Silva's barbecue.
Me too. I want to see a picture
That
of
would
it
be cool.
after he gets knocked out by Jake Paul. I'm
Oh,
sorry. I think it's gonna happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you have Anderson Silva in that fight?
I do.
All right, then.
But
but me.
No. But for this, I'll say that Jake wins.
No, you
By
already
decision.
called Anderson Silva. You can't go back now. You said
Just
that.
for the sake of this?
No, not for the sake of nothing. I got Jake. You got Anderson Silva. Just take it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right, then Anderson Silva's gonna win. You heard it here first.
Heard it here first? No, actually, I've heard it in a lot of places. Not here first. So yeah, that's basically what got us into fighting. So we're gonna drop some clips of us doing our respective sports soon, so you guys can see.
Yeah. You probably won't see much of MMA from me. They don't allow me to record.
Really? But you have a few videos of it.
I have videos
Yeah.
of me like boxing and stuff.
All right, but we'll post it. We'll post
I'll
something.
put it together.
Yeah. All right, amateur fights. What do you want to talk about?
Okay, so
Amateur fights.
the people that I train with at MMA Masters, they put up a great event called PFL Amateur. I watched a bunch of great amateurs compete this weekend or last weekend. Let me tell you, there's some studs as amateurs. You know, I'm gonna be one of those guys hopefully soon that can step into the amateurs.
Big guy,
fight.
big guy.
That'd be nice. That'd be a great fight. That would be a great night.
It'd be a great time.
But
I'd love to go. You gotta
these
get me in there.
amateurs, it's almost refreshing to see.
Yeah.
To see amateurs fight, you know, you could see the holes they have in their game and what they need to work on, and it's not like you're watching a UFC fighter. You know, where it's just all professional. And
Rarely
you know,
you see a
watching
mistake.
this, it's like you're almost watching a wrestling tournament.
Yeah.
You know, for me at least. I don't know if you've ever been to a wrestling tournament.
No, I haven't. You
No.
used to wrestle.
But like, it's just, you know, younger people, younger guys, you know, doing their sport, you know, and competing, trying to get that knockout.
No, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, there's a lot of big names. Not big names, but hopefully soon. Maybe we could have a couple of guys from the fight come and join us on the
For sure, for
podcast.
sure.
But honestly, that was a great night. Yeah, I know you can come. Next time you gotta come.
Yeah, I gotta go.
It's actually really fun.
I wanted to go, but it was Canelo Triple G day.
Going to
I was
watch the
watching with my
fights?
dad, so you know. But I have to say, like when I go and train boxing, and you see the amateurs that are going at it in there, they
They're animals.
fight.
They're
They
animals.
They scrap, and definitely you can see the holes they have, and it's great to see like as they progress, you see them get a lot better. And yeah, honestly, amateur fighters, and to think that there's so much talent in the amateurs that may never see like that spotlight. It's
Yeah.
really sad to think about. Like nowadays, fighting, it's also a big social media presence.
Yep.
It gets you a
Having
long way.
that on
Yeah.
mic performance.
Exactly.
You know?
Like look at what Kobe Covington did.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
that
We're not
was
gonna talk about it
hilarious.
for controversial reasons.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say what he said.
Yeah.
You guys know what he said. I might
No
put a clip of it
offense.
here. Around here, I'll put a clip of it.
Yeah,
But
no offense, it was hilarious.
it was pretty funny, but,
But,
like
like-
disrespectful. It was disrespectful for sure. Yeah. That was funny though. I have
Oh,
to
it was
say.
so funny.
But yeah. All
Have
right.
you ever had an amateur fight?
No, dude, I
No.
started boxing recently. I started boxing last summer, and then I had to stop with school, and then I started this now. But I can't fight now because of my wrist.
Yeah. Anything? Anything new?
I mean, it feels better. I want to get into it, but I also, money. I don't have money. So, yeah, no, but I train. I have like a bag upstairs. I do all my stuff. So,
Yeah.
I don't think I've lost any touches, but I definitely want to step back in the ring. It's so fun, so tiring, and I've been working on my cardio too. So I want to see how it holds up.
I
now.
got pads. If you ever want to train, I can
Straight up,
put
I'll
up the
go.
mitts with you.
Let's go to work. That sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, let's go. Get a
Training
little
footage? Training footage?
little spar going.
They got to pay to see that one.
They do got
I
to pay per view. The zone.
There was a very big announcement made this weekend.
Yes.
Or
Very sad to
I guess
see.
I keep saying this weekend, but
Yeah,
last
the
weekend.
weekend has passed. Last weekend,
Jose Aldo officially retired.
officially.
How are we feeling about that? How are you feeling about that?
It's sad to see. It's
A
sad
legend.
to see. He's a legend in the sport. Obviously, like, we pull up the stats here, man, and he had won his last 3 fights before he took that L.
Yeah.
That finally sent him. But we'll talk about the last 3 names he beat. Bro, Marlon Vera in 2020.
Yeah.
He beat Pedro Munoz, and he beat Rob Font. Like, he beat
Rob Font's
guys.
good, too.
Yes. He was beating good guys. Obviously, it was huge when he lost to Conor McGregor.
Yeah, that I feel like ever since he got knocked out, he was never the same. You know, I feel like that
he
also
definitely
happens
started
to every
taking
fighter.
more L's. I mean, it was his second loss in his career, I think, against Conor. But we're talking about prime Conor. I think
Yeah.
prime Conor is the different. Then he took 2 L's to Holloway, which are big. But at the end of the day, great fighter, a lot of respect to him. One of the Brazilian greats. I think he's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
He
in the sport
definitely
for sure.
changed the game in a way.
Yeah,
if you really
for sure.
think about it, yeah.
And the guy he fought, Merab Valshvili, I don't even know how to say it. That guy was a beast.
Yeah.
Guy's a beast. He's coming up now. But, it was sad to see. I mean, after that fight, you could kind of see in his eyes that it was kind of done. The announcers were talking about it. They were all saying it. But respect Jose Aldo.
How old was Aldo?
Aldo, he had to have been like, I'll tell you right now. He was 36. I was about to say that. Wow. That was going to be a good guess.
Oh, he's old.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that old.
Oh, no, I
but
wouldn't say old, but
in
like
the
for
sport,
fighting
in the sport,
it's
yeah,
old.
it's
You see
definitely old.
people starting to retire around 32, 34.
Yeah.
You know, he had an impressive record, 31-8.
Yeah. One of the greatest bantamweights ever. Come on.
I wish I paid attention to him a little more.
For sure.
You know, I was never like, oh, Aldo,
To be
Aldo,
honest, like
Aldo,
Jose
but-
Aldo was kind of like just the guy that McGregor beat for me in a while. Before I was really into the sport, Aldo was just like a name on McGregor's hit list. But
Yeah.
honestly, as I got more into it, I want people to crucify me for that. I love Jose Aldo, and I respect him now so much more than I did before. I was just a beginner back in the day. I was just a Conor fan, like him. I was boring. I only liked
But I
Conor
need
McGregor.
more UFC.
No, he only likes Conor McGregor.
That's not true.
Who's
I
your
also like-
wallpaper?
On what, my iPad?
Yeah, it's Conor McGregor.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
I changed that. I changed that.
It was Conor McGregor.
No, but if Jose Aldo back in the day though, knocking out Chad Mendes, his fights with Chad Mendes,
He was a beast. He was a
had
beast.
great
man.
fights.
No, he was a great fighter.
The WEC days,
Yeah, back.
those were fun days if you really think about it. I really do miss the old days of the UFC.
I just feel like it was a lot more scrappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, now you just see a bunch of fighters just.
It's a lot of
trash-talking
defense.
others.
And honestly, the same thing in boxing. Like, it's such, like, before you used to see people like Gotti and you saw Trinidad, they were just there to scrap. They were there to fight. Like, we know that back then you came out bloody Tyson, those people. And like now, Floyd Mayweather changed the game. It became a defensive sport after Floyd Mayweather. And honestly, it's super impressive to see like these kids that can slip punches so smoothly and all this stuff. But you know, you kind of miss the days of Gotti versus Ward. I'll post maybe a few clips like around here again.
Yeah.
But those guys, they had a trilogy, and it was probably the greatest trilogy ever. My dad put me on that fight, by the way. But those guys came out like if they literally had gotten beat up, like if it was no defense in those fights, straight offense, and that's obviously fun to see.
Right.
So yeah, obviously the fight game has changed a lot, man.
Yeah.
It has changed a lot, and Jose Aldo's one of those OGs that we're gonna see go. So
And I think we could transition that to Kevin Holland's.
yeah, we should transition.
I
to
don't.
him.
You know.
Breaking news today: Kevin
Yeah,
Holland
that was
retired.
today. Yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of news came out today that we're going to cover today.
Yeah,
Kevin Holland retired. I don't believe it.
I don't.
I think it's just a little tease because he got paid.
Yeah.
You know, he just teased everyone.
He's
Ooh,
definitely
I might
doing
retire.
he's doing the McGregor thing where he's like, "Oh, I
He
retired,"
is.
but then I didn't really retire.
I don't think it's a smart idea for him to do.
But if he did retire, wow, Kamzat put that much retirement.
Yeah, for real.
Wow.
Kamzat got him the payday, basically.
Yeah, he gave him payday. But honestly, Kevin Holland, I don't want to see him retire. I love him as a fighter.
I
Super
think
entertaining.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to see him go.
Kung Fu master.
Yeah, come on, man. That guy's a beast. Why would you retire at 29, bro? But
He's
yeah,
young.
and then now he just got his name really big after that fight. He could use it to keep propelling up, man. I
Yeah.
could see him fighting for a title one day, man.
Yeah, once he gets more into it, you know, keeps training. Oh my God,
No,
amount of fighters that you could Glover Teixeira. No one talks about him.
Yeah.
He went from keep on trying to get the title, you know, he's win, lose, whatever, and then all of a sudden he's beating big guys and he wins the title.
Glover,
and then
he was beating Yuri until that last submission. That was as crazy as Leon Edwards knocking out Usman.
I feel like they should definitely get a rematch.
They definitely should. I think that should be the next fight for them, for both of them.
Hopefully soon.
But yeah, hopefully. I want to see it. Who you got in a rematch?
I would take Glover.
I think Yuri. I don't think Yuri's gonna let it go. Yuri's younger, more up and coming.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes, especially
But I love
Glover
Glover.
Teixeira, he just has that experience,
Yeah.
you know. And sometimes experience beats being young.
Yeah, it's true. It's
You
true.
know,
It's
he's got that old man strength.
Yeah, he does. He does. He definitely has it. All right, talking about people that also have recently retired, or not really retired. He just left the UFC. Nate Diaz. What do you see next for Nate Diaz?
Oh my! I hope he joins bare knuckle fighting.
God, bare knuckle fighting would be amazing.
Nate Diaz put so much entertainment into every sport, or to his name, everyone's gonna want him.
Exactly.
You know,
I mean, Bellator's after him too.
Bellator's after him, bare knuckles after everyone and their mom are after him right now.
And their mom.
Basically.
Yeah.
Right now, the rumor has it Nate Diaz. Bare knuckles. What they're trying to do is they're trying to sign Nate Diaz, and then they're also trying to sign, or they already signed him, Mike Perry. They want a Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz.
They want the Mike Perry versus Nate, and I would pay.
I would definitely want to go
It'd be a
watch
scrap.
that.
I think the only issue
Wait.
Nate Diaz would have with bare knuckle FC would be like that boy gets cut way too much to go gloveless. Like he's gonna get hit one time, he's gonna be bleeding all in his eyes.
Didn't he not bleed his last fight?
Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, for the first time since like 2013, he didn't bleed in a fight. That was crazy.
That's because he went. I feel like.
He's
no,
vegan.
no, it was 170.
No, I'm kidding. Don't crucify him for that either.
I mean, hey, my dad owns a barbecue restaurant, BBQ and Craft Company.
Go hit it up.
It's good.
I should
Number one
probably hit it
barbecue
up
in
soon.
Miami, baby.
Is it really? I've seen it. It looks pretty good. I need to go. You just don't invite me places.
I will take you. I'd always invite you places.
Such a We're only friends on this podcast, aside from this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad.
That's a joke,
No, I'm
guys.
kidding.
Yeah, we be partying, guys. All right, let's talk about it. So the way that Izzy is gonna get knocked out will be by Pereira's left hook. Let's talk about the sharpest punch I've ever seen. That left hook has to be the sharpest punch I've ever seen. I'll put a clip of it right here too. You're gonna tell me otherwise? That left hook is crazy.
Adesanya is going to beat him. Adesanya will. That left hook will not be hit.
I think the only way Izzy wins the fight, I don't think he's going to go scrapping with him. The only way Izzy wins this fight is if he goes with his little calf kicks and runs around the octagon. And it's so boring to see. Izzy has become recently a boring fighter.
Well, in order to win your fights, you sometimes have to become that boring fighter. Six with the game
Oh,
plan.
my God. I know. I understand.
I think
respect it.
Adesanya wins by decision. Unanimous decision. He's gonna touch up Pereira the whole time.
Wait,
Pereira's
you
not
gonna touch him? You gonna touch him?
No, okay, all right. He's gonna hit him the whole time. He's gonna score his points that he needs to score, and it's gonna go to decision.
I think Pereira is gonna catch that boy with a left hook and put him to sleep the same way he did before. I think that's what's gonna happen. I love Izzy. Like, I'm not even saying anything. I love Izzy. Like Izzy, but I like old Izzy. Like the Izzy that was like going toe to toe with people and scrapping. The one that knocked out Robert Whittaker. I don't like this new Izzy. But God, I want to see his ring walk out.
If
so
Pereira
bad.
gets knocked out, I'm going nuts. Screw the whole 5 tally thing. You're doing some sort of challenge if Pereira gets knocked out.
I don't think Izzy knocks out Pereira, bro.
That's if. But
It's
like,
a big if. I think Pereira more likely knocks out Izzy than Izzy knocking out Pereira.
I agree.
Pereira's just big, bro.
He is.
He walks around like
right?
he walks around like 200 something pounds, bro.
Yeah.
Walks around like a heavyweight. But yeah, Pereira's left hook is gonna clip that boy. There's no way. Speaking of boring fighters, Floyd Mayweather.
It's the most boring fighter ever. I don't know why this is a thing again. Floyd versus Conor McGregor. I'm over this talk.
Me too.
I think this should just stop happening. Floyd's already facing Deji.
Oh my God, why
Deji
is
Olatunji.
Deji's gonna die, bro? Deji's not gonna make it out alive.
Yo, I don't know what the
Floyd
reason.
doesn't even like. Floyd isn't known for hitting hard and knocking people out. Deji, I think we might see him get decapitated, the way that Izzy might get decapitated too.
Why you always gotta bring up the Izzy?
Because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Okay. Anyways, Floyd versus Conor should not happen. They're done. They go their separate ways. Floyd's facing YouTubers now. Conor's doing some movie thing. Hopefully he can still be in the UFC. I don't think Conor should be boxing right now. If he does, give him someone else. You know, we hear this too much and it just gets annoying. This is like the boy cried wolf.
I think I would like to see a Floyd versus Conor fight, but Conor's walking around huge right now.
Like 190. There's like no way Conor's
I don't think
cutting.
he drops all the way down there.
Where is he? Where does Floyd fight at? 145?
I'd have to look that up, but he doesn't fight at that weight.
Or it was for the first Conor fight?
Floyd fights at super featherweight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think Conor goes back down there.
What weight is
Isn't
he
it
gonna go versus
155?
Deji?
I don't even know. No, but they're around the same size and everything. So it's
Whoa, oh wait, what did he weigh in at for Logan Paul?
Floyd? No, but that was a huge difference in weight.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Floyd for the first fight. Floyd weight versus Logan. For the fight with Logan, he weighed in at 155 and Logan weighed in at 189. And if Logan couldn't hit,
155.
yeah, he fights at 155
He needs to like come at like 160, 170.
for a Conor fight again.
No, for
Deji?
Yeah.
I don't think I think Deji goes down to 155.
Well, where did Deji go? He went 170.
Deji?
His last one.
Deji, his weight versus Fuzi was, I mean, if they want to tell me, I don't know exactly what it was, but I think he'll make it to 155. I don't think that's a big issue for
I
him.
think it was around that area, maybe.
Maybe.
There's no way it was at 155. I mean, if Deji can make that,
Fuzi
props
looked
to him,
heavy.
man.
Fuzi looked pretty heavy.
Yeah.
But he was also really cut, like zero body fat on that man. So
Yeah.
it might have been.
Also got no chin.
Yeah. Yo, dude has no chin.
He's just covered by a beard.
No, yeah, dude really needs to.
He's got to learn.
He
how to
really does
fight
have to learn.
when there's a crowd.
Yeah.
This is what I think about boxers and fighters. You know, you could talk the talk, but as soon as you get in the ring, you're either going to freeze up or you're going to stick to your game plan and you're going to do good.
Tater holder.
Taylor Holder, yeah, that was the most disappointing thing
And you
I've
see
ever
his
seen.
clips, and he looks good.
Blueface couldn't even touch him.
Yeah, he was messing up Blueface. Blueface also looks really good too,
Is he still
especially on
fighting?
his girlfriend's dad. Did you see that clip? He
Yeah.
knocked out his girlfriend.
Oh
I'll
wait,
put that there,
no,
too.
no, I didn't see that. Yeah, put
No,
that on here. I
he
need to watch
knocked
that.
out his girlfriend's dad.
Damn.
Yeah. Off topic.
Yeah.
Blueface and Christian just break up already, bro. Like
Didn't he try and fight him on the street?
Yes, bro. They're just a toxic ass couple, bro.
Jeez.
so off topic, but you know, Blueface is a fighter now, so we can talk about it. It's so like bad. It really is so bad, the relationship. But that's off topic, guys. Yeah, Floyd versus Conor too. I mean, I would see it just for the sake of it, being Conor and Floyd. And I think the press conferences would be so much better than the actual fight. Like, remember when Conor told him, like, why are you carrying a children's backpack? You can't even read. Oh, so funny.
Dress your fucking age, mate.
Yeah, that guy was so funny. It's so funny. I would see it strictly because of that. But
I mean, no, I'd still watch it. I just don't think it should happen because, again, I think it's like the story of the boy cried.
Floyd versus Deji.
Saying it.
But Floyd versus Deji is definitely going to be
I can't believe that's actually
a crack stream event.
Ay.
Oh, look at the Hispanic came out of you. No, and did you see also there was like I don't know if it's true or not. Like I saw it today that Usyk might fight Taylor Holder.
No, I thought it was Vinny Hacker. Where's my phone?
Digo, yeah, Vinny Hacker. He might fight Vinny Hacker. There's no way that's real. I sent it to you. Go on our chat right there. Right there. You got it. There's no way that happens.
Usyk versus Hacker. Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing. Usyk's a lot more heavier than a Hacker.
Yeah, he's definitely going to beat his ass.
Hacker sucks. And got lucky with Deji.
No, I think Vinny's not bad.
Well, if Vinny was
but he's not
now,
Alexander Usyk.
Half the people that Deji has faced now
would lose to Deji.
We'll lose.
I think the only one that beats Deji now would be
Logan or Jake.
Jake would definitely beat Deji again. And honestly, we discredit a lot Alex Wasabi. Like, it's not like he beat like some old version of Deji. He beat Deji a few months ago.
That would be such a great fight to see.
Yeah, a rematch between them would be good. Yeah. And then
Dude, some of these comments are hilarious. Look at this.
Did you see another weird fight that Woodley might fight Tommy Fury?
What the heck?
You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, Woodley might fight Tommy Fury, which I think is a pretty good fight. You know, I feel like Jake Paul officially made Tommy Fury his bitch, but you know, it'd be a good fight. I agree.
That would be a good fight, but
I want to see KSI versus Woodley.
That would be.
That's the best fight to make.
He did put out a poll.
Yeah, and Woodley's winning it.
And Woodley was winning it. So we'll see what happens with that. The KSI versus Jake Paul fight. Hopefully one day it happens.
I don't think it'll happen. I think it'll only happen if KSI beats Tyron Woodley.
And if KSI looks really good.
And KSI has to look really good. Because his last fights, like, it was cool. He fought two people, but he didn't look good. I don't think
he looked a lot smaller than Jake.
He did. He looked smaller than Jake.
Jake walks around 200.
Around 190,
200-ish.
But I think it's just
180.
I think KSI has so much potential in boxing. Like, he looks really good on the pads and the heavy bag, but the second you put him in the ring, that boy's sloppy. When you're going to catch somebody with ring experience like Jake, and I'm not even going to say ring experience. They're going to hate whatever. Ring experience like Jake.
Some sort of experience.
He's been very active, and he's fought people that are definitely more technical. Mm-hmm. I think the only way KSI does win that fight is being a little bit sloppier. That's the only reason he beat Logan, because he came in differently than what Logan was expecting.
Yeah.
And I think what would need to happen is KSI needs to land the shot, because he's not winning by decision. And he's definitely not. I don't think KSI wins by decision at all. Jake is going to mess him up.
I think Jake would knock him out.
I think Jake knocks him out too, like later rounds.
I don't think it would be like a straight, like, I'm falling to the floor type thing. I think it would be like a TKO.
A TKO, like he'd be like getting battered.
Yeah.
I think that's what would happen too. But, you know, you never know in the sport, man. I mean, I think if KSI beat Jake, I think I might have to cry myself to sleep.
I might.
I might have to be like, wow.
That'd be really bad.
I mean, I think if Jake faces Anderson Silva and he loses, his next fight would be KSI.
Jake has nothing to lose that fight.
He really doesn't.
He doesn't.
You're fighting somebody way more experienced, way more skilled, way better.
I don't like the fact that people still try to hate on him for that.
Yeah, I think people are just trying to find any excuse, bro. Like, Anderson Silva's been knocking out boxers like a month ago.
They just can't accept it.
They just don't want to accept that Jake Paul has a pair of balls, a pair of cojones, bro, and like he's fighting, bro. That guy's fighting him. Tough. Anderson Silva beats Tommy Fury, and he beats Hakeem Rahman Jr.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
For sure. His head movement's crazy.
Hakeem Rahman, whatever the hell his name
fighting
is.
Vitor Belfort.
He's fighting Vitor Belfort?
Yeah, he's fighting him.
What the heck?
You know Vitor Belfort's daughter
Belfort's actually not that bad.
No, he's not bad at all. His daughter went to my high school, to Calvary.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't he have a son too? Plays football?
We might have to cut this out because they don't want me to expose where Vitor Belfort's children go. But I went to school.
Oh.
Yeah. Whatever, man. Actually, he posts videos of her playing volleyball and stuff. She played volleyball.
Oh,
She's actually pretty good at it, too.
We might not have to cut that out.
Yeah, maybe not. I guess
well,
we'll
maybe
see.
we'll like bleep it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep it out. Yeah, I might have to put a bleep on it. I actually might do that. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. Like, it was...
Who did Vitor
Belfort's huge.
Yeah, he's humongous. I've met him before. But that was like back in his UFC days.
Vitor?
But he faced Evander Holyfield.
It was Evander Holyfield. They knocked out.
That should have never happened. I would have liked to see Vitor Belfort versus Anderson Silva.
That would have been cool to see.
Rather than Tito Ortiz versus Anderson Silva, but I guess we won't talk about that.
But yeah, Hasim Rahman Jr. versus Vitor Belfort's a pretty good fight, but Hasim Rahman Jr. should win.
Yeah.
He's a boxer. But
and
Hasim
he's
Rahman...
a lot heavier, right?
Not really. I mean, Vitor Belfort now.
Because he could get down to 180.
Hasim Rahman?
Yeah.
The one that couldn't get to 200 pounds for Jake Paul?
Oh,
we're talking about the same.
That was at 200
We're talking about the same Hasim Rahman?
Yeah, I forget. He couldn't get down to 200 pounds.
Hasim, bro, you got to do better. And I'm sick of hearing people be like, oh, Jake just didn't want to fight him. It was ticket sales. No. Bro, the day that he weighed in, he was still overweight by a pound something.
If you can't make weight, you either find a different way to make weight, or you go up a weight class, or you just get the hell out of here.
Exactly, bro. And what happened was he got the hell out of there. Speaking, wow, our transitions today are insane. Speaking of people that missed weight by a pound, Shakur Stevenson today missed weight at 130. He was weighing 131.6. You know about Shakur?
No, not
really.
Much, but I did see today that he did.
Shakur Stevenson missed weight and then proceeded to say, "I'm not gonna try to make it." Gave his belt away and said, "I'm going to 135 anyway." 135 is
he gave away his 2 belts?
Yeah, he's getting stripped of them.
I would have. Oh, yeah, well.
I mean, he doesn't want to fight there. He's fighting at 135. 135 is where Tank fights. It's where Haney fights. Lomachenko, all these people. There's a new dog in the division, bro. Shakur Stevenson is good. He's really, really, really good. Like, a lot better than a lot of the people at 135. I think Shakur beats Tank. I think Shakur has a good fight with Haney. I still think Lomachenko's that guy. Lomachenko's my guy, bro. I think Loma is so skilled.
I said this last time. Lomachenko's amazing. I don't think anyone beats him.
Bro. He really is so good at the sport. And people would like to hate on him because he's older than the rest of them and because he hasn't fought that much. Because people don't want to fight Lomachenko.
They really don't.
People don't want to fight Loma. And
he's so good.
He's
unbelievably good.
You know he used to dance?
Yeah.
That's how he got his footwork so good. He used to dance.
Isn't he in the army right now?
No, he came back. He has a fight in October. He has a fight the same day as Silva and Paul.
We need to watch that.
Yeah, we need to watch that.
We'll just have like one on
one
TV and
another. We have to have a little live party for that one.
Yeah,
bro.
like a watch party.
But yeah, he's fighting someone pretty good. He's fighting an up-and-coming boxer, undefeated. But Lomachenko, bro, did you see what he did to Richard Kami? I'll put that there too. I figured out how to do it, guys. I'm putting a lot of stuff there. No, dude, Richard Kami, bro. He was in the middle of the fight telling Richard Kami's corner to throw the towel.
Oh, yeah. I watched that. I remember watching that. He was like, "What are you doing? Throw the towel." And he's just like moving.
Why'd you make him sound like that? That's definitely not.
I don't know. I just thought it was
maybe
funny.
he does, actually. I don't know.
But like, when the other fighter is telling the other corner to throw in the towel, that's how you know.
Throw in the towel.
Like, Lomachenko is that good. I think he's the number 1 boxer in today's world. I even think he would beat Floyd Mayweather back in his prime.
Loma? Yeah, but he has to make a lot of weight for that. He'd have to go up. But I think he'd have to go up a lot. He'd go up another 20 pounds. I mean, maybe it could happen. I could see it happening. But he'd have to go up.
That would be a brawl.
Yeah.
Nah, don't do it in today's world. Like, don't do that now.
I mean, like, hypothetically, if we're talking about Loma versus Floyd,
like now,
it's a big weight difference.
Yeah.
But it'd be a good fight. Technical fight. It would be really technical. But I think it's just the way Lomachenko's lateral movement is the best I've ever seen. It's so impressive. He's dancing a little bachata there, bro. He's going crazy. He's doing a little side step, bro. You know about that.
He's just dancing at a party. This is boxing.
You don't know about that with your stiff hips. But yeah, and then we'll talk about some of the craziest news in the UFC right now. The 17-year-old in the UFC right now.
I didn't think I'd ever hear that in my life. I didn't think it could get any younger than 19, 20. But
let's talk about this for reference. How old are you now? 19?
I'm 19.
I'm 18, and we're here sitting doing a podcast.
Wow, this kid
is fighting in the UFC.
Was Raul
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 Rosas,
Rosas
Jr. And the kid
He's-
is good.
Yeah.
Kid is good. Did you see his
I saw his
fake knee
contender.
takedown?
I saw his contender matchup. I saw that live. Let me tell you, that kid can fight.
Get scraps,
That
bro.
kid is a dog. Now, do I think he'll beat Aljamain Sterling or TJ Dillashaw?
Not yet. But
No,
eventually,
not
bro,
yet.
he's 17.
Once
you know how
he
much
gets
time
to,
he has to get up
Once
there?
he gets to like 2021, shoot, maybe. Like, he's good. I'm excited for this kid and what he has to bring to the UFC. I think he's going to do a lot of great things.
I think they need to slow his development, though. Like, do what they're doing with Paddy Pimblett. Give him fights that he's more likely to win.
He's the same weight as... No, he's not the same weight as
they're the
Paddy
same
Pimblett.
weight.
No.
But
I think that would be an interesting fight.
I think that you have to slow him down. Like, he's 17. You have so much time. You can make him the biggest star in the history of the UFC. I'm talking about a 17-year-old in the UFC. The kid shouldn't have, like, graduated high school yet.
Does he even go to school? I feel like the kids like these, especially in wrestling, they don't even go to school.
Why would you go to school, bro? Fuck. I was 17.
Dude, imagine how much money he's going to be making in 2 years.
He's going to be making good money.
His first UFC fight, everyone's going to watch just
He
because
hasn't
he's
even
17.
fought. I mean, he fought in the Contender Series.
And he beat the guy. The guy that he faced was actually pretty good. He was fighting his ass off.
And the guy so we haven't really seen him. I mean, we've seen him in the Contender Series, but we haven't seen him in the actual UFC yet. I'm excited for that. I want to see what they do, but they should slow it down.
Yeah.
They need to make sure the kid
You see
is
what,
going to be here for a long time.
you see
Because
what
he's a good
happened with
sign.
Sean O'Malley?
Happy to show you, Sean.
Maybe he faced Cheeto.
What?
Did he face Cheeto? Sean O'Malley? He faced Cheeto, and they were trying to like keep pushing him. But like what they're doing now with Sean O'Malley, like
Oh yeah, he did fight Cheeto.
and having
Yeah.
him face Peter Yan now, which I don't think he should be facing Peter Yan, but you know I think they should
Cheeto
also slow
Vera
that down.
versus O'Malley. Yeah, Vera beat him.
Vera beat him because of an injury of Sean O'Malley.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, something with his calf or something.
I think Sean O'Malley taking that Peter Yan fight is insane.
That's a lot. That's a money fight. That's why
That
it's
is a money
happening.
fight.
It's a money fight.
Yeah, it is a money fight. I think we're finally going to see what Sugar Sean has to show. But I love Sugar Sean. I think he has the next star of the UFC wise. He has like Conor McGregor potential. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Conor McGregor was. People also like to hate on Conor McGregor and say he sucks. Prime Conor was beating everybody.
Yeah.
But
And Conor still brings a lot to the UFC. So
he does, bro. He
and
really
as soon
does.
as you hear his name, everyone's gonna turn their
Everybody's
head.
turning their head. Conor
Love him or
McGregor.
hate him.
Conor McGregor is the
Still turning
UFC.
heads.
He is the UFC.
Yeah.
But what do you think he's going to do next? What do you think is next for Conor McGregor?
Next for Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Hopefully a couple more fights. He's coming out with a movie.
Yes.
You know, I hope he just gets a couple more fights under his belt and then he's done. You know, he's got the money. Hopefully he doesn't get in any more trouble. I hate it when he gets in trouble.
Always
Because that just makes him look like John Jones.
Yeah, it does.
Johnny
Bones.
Wow, John Jones.
Who's he gonna fight? Who's he fighting next? Who do you think he fights?
We're like going completely off to something else,
Yeah.
but like John Jones, man.
Guy's a beast.
He's a beast, but he's an idiot.
Yeah, he's a little bit of an idiot. Yeah.
He isn't like can't get his act under control. You hit your wife.
I think
Make a fool out of
Well,
yourself.
who do you think he fights next? He's supposed to fight like December, January-ish.
Wasn't he supposed to face Stipe?
I want to see him fight.
Let's look up some John Jones news because I haven't
I think that
thought
he's
of
such a
John
good fight.
Jones in so long.
I think John Jones, he can fight. But you know what would be a good fight for John Jones now? Since he's coming off a loss, John Jones on the final wall, he could fight Bam Bam Tuivasa.
No, don't do that to Tuivasa.
Why not?
Don't do that to him.
Dude, Tuivasa's an animal. I know because I
Tuivasa
think,
is an animal, but he's
he
not going to
loses.
survive John Jones.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
You
I
think
think
anyone's going to... The only guy that could possibly beat John Jones is either Stipe or Francis. That's all I think. Here,
Cyril
Kilson claims
Gane.
Stipe Miocic currently will pose problems for John Jones.
Cyril Gane.
Oh, I forgot he existed. Yeah, Cyril Gane.
Yes, bro, that guy's a beast.
He,
Cyril Gane, I think
that would also be a good matchup.
Ngannou,
Honestly-
when he beat Cyril Gane I thought Cyril Gane was going to be the new UFC heavyweight champion. I think he eventually will be.
If once Nagano leaves, yes.
Yeah.
Unless John Jones is in there. But I think John Jones wins the heavyweight title unless
Me too.
Ngannou
I feel like they could throw
That's
John
something.
Jones straight into the title shot, and he could come out with a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
He's that good. He's arguably the GOAT of the UFC.
John Jones is such a great fighter, which makes you like him.
Yeah.
But
But then he's doing shit like hitting his wife, and it's like, okay.
It's like, yeah.
Like, what
And
are you
he
doing,
just
bro?
won't stop acting like an idiot.
Yeah, it's really annoying, to be honest. But, you know, he's a great fighter. He is a great fighter. That's all you can really say.
Honestly, I hope we see him in the cage soon.
Me too.
Because that's going to bring in a lot of views, a lot of pay-per-view buys for the UFC.
I feel like the UFC recently, bro, like, boring fights, man.
Honestly, I disagree. I think they've had some really good fights.
They've had some, but
I feel like why you say that right now is because we haven't seen the Charles Oliveira versus Makachev.
Oh my god, I can't.
And we haven't seen the Adesanya versus Pereira.
That's
yet.
true. I mean, the last card where we had Izzy versus Cannonier, Holloway versus Volkanovski, like, I thought that was going to be a lot better.
Oh my God, Volkanovski.
Volkanovski's a
Very underrated fighter. Oh my God.
such an animal.
I'm glad he still has the title, you know.
He's never won pound for pound right now.
Yep. I don't think he's not gonna be beat for a while.
Me neither. I think the next thing to make would be after this fight, which I think Oliveira would come out on top. For Oliveira, it would either be his money fight with Conor in Brazil. I think he deserves a money fight. Or him versus Volkanovski. But I think Volkanovski's like too small. That's his issue.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like
no.
Come on, bro.
Doesn't Volkanovski also walk around 190?
I'm saying height wise.
Height-wise. That's a little bit of a
Look
problem.
how tall he is. Volkanovski is 5'6", bro. He's
Yeah.
5'6".
And how tall is it?
He's a short king though. Like an Oliveira is 5'10". Alright, that's 4 inches.
Wow.
And then we're talking about reach. All the Volkanovski has long arms. Like reach. Volkanovski's reach.
He's got to get on the inside. He's got to play that little boxer.
He's gonna have to play around, bro. Volkanovski's reach, it's been at 71 inches. So that's a pretty big reach.
He's gonna have to get on the inside.
Yeah. And Oliveira's, I don't know why I'm on caps lock, but whatever. 74, bro.
Jeez.
Dude, that's a reach. He's gonna have to get in, but we know Volk can do it. If anybody's gonna pull it off,
It's Volkanovski. Volkanovski's just so good.
I'll tell you this. What do you think Chandler and Poirier are obviously gonna fight?
I don't even know who I'd have win that fight.
Me neither. Honestly, that's such a balanced fight. We should probably figure it out for this. We should just go against each other for that one.
Yeah.
All right, take your pick. Go. I'll take the other one.
No, you go first.
All right, Poirier.
Okay, I'll take Chandler.
All right, bet.
All right.
All right, but who do you think?
I was watching that podcast today.
What do you think is next? Like for either of them, like if they win. You think you give
Volkanovski would be a really good
for either of them? Yeah, for either of them. I think Chandler more likely. Chandler shorter. That'd be a good fight. But I think Chandler wins, and like let's say Chandler wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give a lot of hypotheticals here. If Chandler wins, you give him a rematch with Gaethje. That was a great fight.
I give him a rematch with Oliveira.
I mean, if Oliveira wins, you give him that rematch. But let's say Chandler loses, maybe he fights Gaethje again. But I don't think Poirier for another title shot would even have a chance. Or maybe it's Makachev at that point. He fights Makachev. I mean, we have to see who wins Oliveira fight first to be able to dictate. Because a lot of things can happen. That division is so fun.
It is the lightweight division, the 155-pound division.
Yeah, it's always so fun to watch.
Yeah, that's one of the most.
I feel like
that and welterweight.
What's going on with Ngannou? I remember that he was supposed to his contract's up or something. He doesn't know if he's fighting. What do you think is gonna happen with Ngannou?
Francis Ngannou? I don't know. Who does he have left to fight?
That's true. I think he could just retire, call it a life.
He could.
I don't want to see him retire. I love seeing
unless they
Ngannou
put him
at it.
with John Jones, but Francis Ngannou, breaking news, rumors, highlights. UFC hasn't sent a new offer to him. So his contract situation's still in limbo.
That's crazy stuff, man. But I love Ngannou, bro. Guy hits hard.
He does. He's literally like the Mike Tyson of the UFC.
Kind of, yeah. That's a great comparison, actually. I like seeing that comparison.
Yeah.
Opens up the door.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we have enough for this episode.
Yeah, this was a great
episode.
It was a great episode.
Yeah, a lot more fun. So, all right. Thank you guys for joining us. Fight Talk Central podcast number 2. Remember the chart. Like, subscribe, follow anything at Fight Talk Central on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, everything.
We're going to be posting a lot more highlights, clips, teasers.
A lot more stuff.
Behind the scenes. We posted one before this. So
yeah, we're going to post a lot.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Later.